Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about a topic today that a lot of people don't really mention. I honestly think that this is something that could help people win a lot more games if they applied it. I'd love to know what you guys think as well, so please leave a comment and let me know what you think of this topic. Which side do you sit on? As always, I hope you're able to take something away from this video and it helps you win some games. Enjoy the video, guys. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about a pretty interesting topic that I may be on the other side of to most people. Now before I get into it, I just want to say that 43% of the people that watch my videos still aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you watch the videos regularly or if this is your first time even coming by, consider hitting that sub button showing the support. It really means a lot to me. Now let's dive into this topic, and I know I may get some backlash on this one. I know people are on the other side of this usually, but I really do believe this, and I hope I can make people understand why I think the way that I do. I think a very big problem in solo queue right now is the fact that everyone thinks that they are the carry. Now you see this by people picking double jungle all the time, even triple jungle, people picking lane Froakies, people picking 3 speedsters on a team comp. People just want to carry and they feel like they need to do it. Now, I understand why people feel this way, because a lot of the time you're matched with players that probably aren't quite at your skill level, and you know that you could do their job better than they can. I'm not here to tell you that you can't or that you're wrong about that. That is probably true. A lot of you probably could do that role better than the teammate that picked it. The problem is that that teammate picked it. If somebody else called jungle, you kind of need to just bite the bullet and go somewhere else and play something else the team requires. Now you can get away with 2 speedsters on a comp. You can have a jungler and then you can have like a top lane Absol. This works. This is okay. What you can't do is run 3 speedsters, 2 attackers, 3 attackers, 2 speedsters, all attackers. You can't do this. This is hurting your games more than you think. You are losing the game at character select. The issue with trying to do the job of the carry is if everyone's trying to do it, no one is doing the other 4 vital jobs on the team. No one is tanking, no one is supporting, no one is setting or enabling the plays, everyone is trying to make them. If you don't have a frontline, then what do you have to hide behind? Who is going to protect you? By picking a carry when your team already has multiple, you're not only saying, I'm better than my teammates and I'm going to carry them, you're saying, I'm so much better than the enemy team that even if they have a good team comp, it's not going to matter because I'm the best player in the entire world. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not likely the case. Now, think for a second, when you're versing a team and you see 5 attackers, you feel like, hey, this is a pretty free win. But if you're versing that team and you see something like a Mamoswine or a Wigglytuff or a Blissey, you immediately get frustrated because you know it's going to be harder for you to win. Doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that make you realize that these roles are vital and very important to the team? If you're playing Greninja and the enemy is playing Greninja, but that Greninja has a Wigglytuff and a Blissey and you have 4 attackers, do you think you're winning that matchup? It's not very likely. We need to consider what we can do to improve our chance of winning, and sometimes that is enabling the people that have chosen other roles. Are we going to get team diffed at times? Yes. Is the enemy jungler going to diff our jungler? Probably. It's going to happen. Not every game, but it will happen. This is a part of the ranked process. You are going to lose games. Everybody does. There's a reason why even the best of the best don't have 100% win rates. You are not going to win every single game. You are going to lose some. If you look back at a lot of the games you lost, you're probably thinking, man, I had a lane Ralts, I had a lane Froakie, I had 4 attackers. But were you also playing an attacker? Were you also playing a speedster? If so, then I'm sorry, but you were part of the problem. You've got to think about the team in a bigger picture. When it comes to playing this game, you are not the main character, you are one of 5, and you need to enable the others just like you wish they would for you. Now I understand, if you just want to play Froakie because that's your favorite Pokemon and you want to do that, then that's fine, you do that, but understand that you have lost the right to go on Twitter and complain about your teammates. You now don't get to say, my randoms through this game because you were part of the problem. Now I'm not saying that you can just pick tanks and win every game either, that's not how it works, but you are increasing your chance. You are betting on the fact that your team has some level of competence to know how to play, or at least more so than the enemy team, and you are enabling them to do so. And if you queue into that 5 attacker compo, you're likely going to win because you can help counter them. People underestimate what you can do with a support. That's why Mime rose to such a high level. Mine became incredibly broken, but its kit is a support kit. It has a stun, it has the ability to heal its teammates, and it does a lot of damage with a lot of crowd control. Wigglytuff is actually quite similar. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but if you use rollout into a wall and do 2 double slaps properly with Wigglytuff, executing that combo, you almost 100-0 most carries in the game. You apply a lot of pressure while also peeling and crowd controlling and protecting and enabling your teammates. You don't have to play Greninja to carry games. You can do it from other roles. Why do you think everyone's favorite players are the Blissies you see on the ladder? Everyone's like, please queue with me, Blissey. I'd love a pocket Blissey. Because it enables players to do better. Even if your teammate isn't that good, if you can give them extra health, if you can give them an extra shield, if you can give them movement speed, if you can knock up the enemy trying to get them and help correct their mistakes, they have a better chance of winning the fight. Let's think of a scenario. Say you're playing Cinderace and someone else on your team is playing Greninja. Do you think you are beneficial? Do you think you are benefiting your team if you're doing that? Doing the same damage as your other attacker isn't that helpful if you both just get taken out immediately. You need someone to enable you both. All-rounders are a great mid-ground for this. If you want to do a damage roll, if you're like maybe you're not proficient at the tanking rolls, maybe you're more of a brawler, then hey, that's fine. But if someone chose jungle, maybe put away the Gengar this round and pick up something like an Azumarill and play it in the lane and use that kind of character to deal the damage you want to brawl out and to have that impact on the game. If you don't like playing melee characters and your Cinderace or your Greninja is taken, well hey, take an Eldegoss. Eldegoss does a lot of damage and it actually supports the team as well. If you're in a team fight with the enemy and your team has gotten poked out to 10% health, every one of them, you doing a bit more damage from the side isn't going to change that much, but you landing on all of them with a big Eldegoss unite and healing them up, giving them essentially an extra health bar, that is going to change so much, not mentioning the fact that you can blind the enemies with Leaf Tornado and help your teammates survive more. There are more ways to carry than to do damage. There are more ways to impact a game than to be the jungler. You need to look at what your team needs and you need to play around that. If you look back at your games and you see, hey, I've only won 48% of my games and most of them are you playing Greninja and you're playing it in the lane, then that's an indicator to you that you're doing something wrong. You need to switch up what you're doing. There are too many players stealing jungle and playing the wrong roles in the wrong lanes and causing the solo queue experience to feel a lot worse than it should. And I think a lot of that has something to do with this I need to carry the game mentality, and I understand again why people have it. I'm guilty of it myself at times. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. We need to rely on our teammates. We can't do it all on our own. You will carry some games, you definitely will. But the chance of you being so much better than everyone in the lobby that you can just steamroll all 5 enemies no matter what the team comps are is very low. An honest thing to admit as well is, hey, playing those roles isn't for everybody. Maybe you're not a jungler. Maybe you do better on the support role. There's nothing wrong with playing support, there's nothing wrong with playing defender. I've won multiple official tournaments including the AOS Cup playing as the defender or a support. Does that mean that I didn't deserve the win because I wasn't a jungler? No, it takes 5 people. There have been multiple times where I've been playing attackers on stream and I've said, oh hell with this, I'm just gonna go play a support. And playing supports has led me to more victories because I know the role very well and I'm able to support my teammates and enable them to do what they're trying to do. Sometimes your jungler is decent at the game, but they don't know quite their openings. So maybe they take a risk they shouldn't have, but hey, if you're a support, you can correct that and they can come back into the fight and do what they were trying to do. I just think we need to be a little less selfish as players and look around and think, hey, what can I do to benefit the other 4 human beings on my team other than just throw the game as lane Froakie and then go complain about it on Twitter? Yes, a lot of the time you lose your games because of your randoms. We all have that problem. But sometimes you are a contributing factor to that loss. Correct those mistakes where you can, make the changes that you can make, control what you can change, and stop focusing on what you can't. You can't stop that person from stealing your jungle, but you can go help the laner instead of contesting them and being stubborn about it. You can't stop your teammates from picking 3 attackers, but you can pick a support or a defender to try to enable them. There's always something that you can do to increase your odds, and no, it won't always work, but picking another attacker is just adding to the problem. I'm gonna say a sentence that I kind of live by in this game, and it's play with the team that you have, not the team that you want. If you follow that, you will find that you have a lot more success throughout your games. I hope you found this video kind of helpful. I know a lot of people are on the other side of this topic and I may be the one with the hot take. And hey, it may be because I am a professional tank player, but I genuinely believe that this will help a lot of you win a lot more games. At the end of the day, all we're trying to do is improve and win as much as we can, and sometimes it means biting the bullet and playing the role that we need to. If all 5 people are trying to do one role, then no one's doing the other 4. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.